Hello and welcome. This is Vince of vinceprep.com and the Agos Admissions Consulting Group, talking about behavioral interview questions. Actually, this topic is not just for behavioral interviews, it's for everything. I've been thinking a lot about the stories that I suggest clients prepare, and I've kind of come down to it that there's really basically four kinds of stories, and if you can prepare these four stories, you'll be very well prepared for everything in the process. I believe, first of all, my admissions at Agos, our admissions consulting philosophy is that everything we do is preparing you for the interview. So the stories that we're helping you, we have a kind of storytelling approach. We're trying to help you identify and tell your very best stories. That's our basic philosophy and our basic methodology. Once you identify those best stories, they can be useful in many places, in the application data forms, in the resume, essays. Perhaps there might be stories that you want to discuss with the recommender to make sure the recommender is highlighting and selling you well to the school. And finally, at the interview, these four stories should form the foundation from which you can build other stories. But if you have these four, I think you'll be in good. You'll be well prepared, I think, for really every stage of this MBA admissions process to highly competitive schools. So let me just talk more briefly about what are the four types of stories that I recommend the clients at Agos prepare. So when you work with us at Agos, we want to see four stories. First of all, the very simplest way to think of this is four keywords: drive, bridge, motivate, and influence. Let me explain in more detail. So basically, when it comes to drive, what you're driving is results. Driving is like straight ahead, hitting the bullseye, hitting the target, whether it's in sales or whether you're trying to make money for your company or save money, hitting your targets, basically setting objectives and reaching them. And this can be very much an individual story, you doing something over a great period of time. Probably in a team, probably in a group of people, but the emphasis here is on your results and your focus and your achievement. And sometimes for our clients at Agos, it's hard for them to differentiate what they did versus what the group is doing. But it's, again, something we enjoy helping clients do, is to identify their actual contributions to group activities. So drive is drive results. Bridging diverse teams. Motivate means motivating juniors, and influence means influencing seniors. Let me explain those two a little bit, and then I'll stop. This will be a short video. It'll be a series of videos, as these days I'm trying to make playlists rather than, my first YouTube videos were like 2 hours long, trying to learn how to be more concise. So bridge is basically the image. So if the image of drive is like this, hitting the bullseye, the image of bridge is like this, basically, right? You're the bridge connecting diverse groups of people, the back office and the front office, or the Paris office and the New York office, or the senior management and the middle management, or the new hires and the veterans, or you're the men and the women, whatever it is, two groups of people who don't necessarily see eye to eye. You are effectively bridging them. I used to call this teamwork, but I think teamwork is too vague, so I'm trying to be more precise. I believe the best kind of stories to tell that show teamwork is a story where you're in effect acting as some kind of a bridge, uniting and communicating. That matters because at MBA, that's a really useful skill, to bridge diverse groups of people in a study team, in a study group. Driving results matters because it's more about, can you teach me something? Bridging diverse teams is more, can I work with you? Do I want to collaborate with you? If you're someone who can bridge groups of people, then you're useful because you can resolve conflicts and unite groups of people who may not always see things the same way. So you want to prepare some bridging stories. The last two, you want to have stories about motivating juniors. The image here is sort of like lifting up, right? So drive is like this, hitting the bullseye. Bridge is like this, connecting relatively equal groups of people. Not necessarily, when you build a bridge, it doesn't usually look like this. So you want to basically, at MBA, everybody's equal. right? When you're bridging groups at MBA, you might be older, you might be younger, but you're all in the first year or the first semester or first term, whatever it is. You're equals in that sense. You're starting fresh from zero. There's no boss. There's no official leader in the beginning anyway. Motivating juniors is like this. So someone below you in terms of age or experience, you're motivating them to work hard or to make breakthroughs or to surpass their expectations or to quite simply do things they didn't initially want to do. Often that's a lot of what motivation is about. For good reasons, for their own growth. Motivating juniors. And finally, influencing seniors. This is like, the image here is like this, managing up. So persuading the people above you who presumably control the budget and hold the reins of power and have the ultimate, decision-making authority. You need their stamp of approval to change the strategy, change the business model, change the whatever, start something new or innovate. You must be able to influence seniors if you're going to get your ideas supported. So with those kind of 4 stories about drive, bridge, motivate, and influence, I think you'll be well prepared for every stage of the application process. So stay tuned. As always, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribers are the first to know when I've uploaded a new video. So that's the advantage of subscribing. Helps me as well. So please do subscribe. I really appreciate it. Best of luck with your applications, and bye for now.
Motown. We on a war tour with Muhammad, my man, going each and every place with the mic in their hand. Chinatown, Spokane, London, Tokyo.